letting people
Yo,
talk.
Psycho, my guy.
All right, cool. So we are letting people talk. How's it going, man? I wasn't sure.
Dude, I'm good. You know who I am, right?
I'm not sure. I don't recognize the username
Starts with a J.
with a J.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh no shit!
yeah.
What are you doing here?
Doug, I'm just, checking out. I mean, I'm banned, so I gotta, get every source I can to get my info, you know?
I thought you
How,
had divorced us.
nah, man, I'm still enjoying RBX, man. I'm using the decks, I'm actively shilling on Reddit as I can.
Well,
And still trying to spread the word.
well, I appreciate that, man.
Like,
Um,
dude, I love RBX, man. I love what you're doing. For real, you are like impressive to me. RBX is such a good product. It's incredible. Like, I'm really proud of you, man. Like, I've been in RBX for over a year, and the things I saw, like what you did with only one manpower, was really impressive. So, like, shout out for that. That's the reason I'm still supporting you all.
well, thanks so much, man. I mean, I started getting more help. Like that's. But
Yeah, how's it going, man? Like, things are looking good.
yeah, it's pretty good. We've gotten things on track as far as um, like kind of streamlining our process, like our development process and our organizational stuff. So that's good. I don't know if the community sees enough of like the benefits of that, but there's definitely benefits on the back end, and it helps us be able to release, like, just at least work on more stuff at the same time.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mm.
overall good.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like, you always been the person who like thought 3 steps ahead. Like, you didn't want a solution now that doesn't do anything. You want to fix things permanently, even if it takes some time. I can see that.
Ideally, yeah, yeah. I mean, I know sometimes people, it's a delicate balance, between releasing oh shit, releasing something new and having something just working perfectly. Um,
Mm.
in software though, not like it's you can never like software's never perfect. It seems, unless you're doing like really tiny bits like drivers or just utilities. But yeah, there's always room for improvement, and so yeah, eventually you got to ship something. So that's how that works.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, I'm gonna be back in soon. Like, I gotta get some shit together and stuff like that. Until then, I'm gonna chill and do my best I can. Maybe start as a new uh, personality. Let's keep it like that. a bit more undercover. Like, the last couple of times I've joined and said 2 things, and John's like, oh, hell no, gotta do overtime today.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always welcome back, man. It's a love-hate relationship. You are being broadcast to everybody, just so you know. I don't.
Oh, so the Telegram hears me, or what?
Yeah, yeah, they do. We've got
Oh,
like
shit.
10. Oh shit! Accidentally
Yo, I don't
clicked.
know, John, if you can hear me, but shout out to you, my man. I still love you after everything that happened. You the man. You the OG tech support guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's still well. Yeah, he's working on some stuff right now. He's not on, but he'll hear it though. I don't know if we're
That's good.
recording right off the bat. I'll let him know you said hi though, for real.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a tough love kind of guy. He's
Oh,
good dude.
by the way, I mean, did you guys already start? Am I interrupting you, or?
You got in right here. I mean, it's good. It's good chatting. Like it's a good way to start up. Um,
I actually got a question. Are the white listings still open for the P2P ramp?
hmm Yeah, if you want, just send me a DM and I'll whitelist you.
Oh, that's cool. Like PayPal or Venmo, or what's accepted at the moment?
You could do. There's not a lot of PayPal liquidity. There's some, especially for buying. Selling is harder. Um, but there, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and there's one more. I think Zelle. is on there.
Oh shit! So,
I
damn,
think.
that sounds impressive, man. And things
Yeah.
been looking good with P2P. Things worked and like.
It's yeah. I am ready for what's it called, to really open up the floodgates, and it's I've been yeah, I think it's working fine. I am curious as to what sort of tech support issues we'll run into. Um, I think we'll probably run into issues, people just testing it out and then not, following through on orders and stuff like that, which will piss off my liquidity providers. But I'm gonna have to let them know and just be like, look, just don't get mad at me.
Damn, but
Um,
like the fact that it's working, like having an on ramp without KYC is impressive. Damn.
it is. It's not as fast as going through a regular one. Because it like I mean the eventual hope is for it to be just as fast. Um, but because there's still a lot of human interaction on the liquidity side, um, sometimes it might take like 10-15 minutes to actually complete an on ramping. So I want to improve that somehow to just for like a better user experience. Um, because everybody's impatient, or it's more like everybody wants things done as quickly as possible, and time is at a premium always. So it's really about that. Um, so as we get more traction on it, we've got some of the smart contract code ready to do, so that the right now we're sourcing liquidity. So what I want to eventually do is merge that with like the OTC stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and basically have a giant pool of all sorts of different liquidity, whether you want to on or off ramp, whether you want to just do a peer to peer trade with regular crypto, that sort of stuff, and then just kind of source it um, ourselves. Like, just have be the owner of the liquidity portal. And then when we do it that way, it'll be a lot faster because then it's just pure smart contract stuff. Um, Sort of. I mean, you still have to send them the money, so I guess there's still human interaction, but I think it should be a lot faster. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds good, man. Like, and I'm going to stop right here because I know there's like John or Dave or someone listening that's like, oh my God, shut up, let him do the voice chat. Why is this guy talking again? I know. Like, thank you for answering my question. Um,
No
I'm
problem.
still giving a shout out to the RBX group, man. I still love y'all, and I'll catch you later, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, no worries. See you. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right. So I don't know how to. We'll just use the honor system here because I don't know how the hell to mute anybody unless Mac knows how to do it. Um, so we'll just go ahead and um, we'll go ahead and get started. Um, Hold on. No, I don't think so. Okay, sorry about that. All right, yeah. So we had a little bit of a small. Are we recording already, Mac? I don't know if the VJ is doing his thing right now. But okay, perfect. Yep. So we did have a small change of plans, but we tried to. I mean, hopefully this should be sufficient, for considering it was kind of like a last minute thing. But we are simulcasting. I'm gonna have to ask Google one day as to how to pronounce that. But we're broadcasting across. Well, we're on Telegram, on Twitter, and YouTube, I believe. So really, any of those different simulcasting. um, any of those, feel free to listen on there. And then, of course, everything's going to be recorded. So if you can't stay for the whole thing, you'll be able to listen to it later. I will keep it brief. I know I say that every voice chat, but this time, really, because there's I would say that the last voice chat was we had a lot of stuff to announce there, and just things that we were working on. We hadn't really done a BC in a bit, so there was I guess some backlog as to what we were going to announce. So this time it's going to be a little bit smaller, and then just general updates on the stuff that was mentioned before, which I think would probably be a good idea if I pulled up the damn notes from that meeting. I mean that voice chat because it'll help remind me, and then we'll have the usual Q&A stuff, so that people can ask any questions they might have, etc., etc. All right, so I don't um, notes. I'll find it that way. Okay. Um, so I just wanted to start off with um, okay, bridge, right? So bridging stuff. There have been some small issues with the bridge. Um, well, the bridge is actually working pretty. I mean, it's working fine. People, um, are able to do their transactions and stuff. But the number one complaint that we got was about the transaction fees, um, in the sense of like when you're bridging, if you're bridging from Binance Smart Chain over to Ethereum, like it's done for you automatically. So someone has to pay the gas on that end. And when we released, the gas was very, very expensive, and bridging transactions were going upwards like from $150 to $300, $350, something like that. Um, I think that was probably the most expensive one because there's two transactions that have to get pushed through on our end. So it was getting pretty expensive, and we had to basically just keep upping the fee. So now that the fees have kind of subsided, I mean, I think you can. I was able to send some ether the other day, for like $1, which I hadn't seen that since like 2017, which was pretty interesting. Now that the fees have kind of subsided a bit, I would normally reduce the fee, but then it was just the way the smart contract was written. It was a chain bridge fork. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, but it's great code, but it didn't offer the flexibility. So we had actually worked on modifying and then adding some custom functionality to it to support all the different things that we wanted to do. It had been kind of sitting there for a bit because doing the bridge upgrade was going to be a real royal pain. And is like most humans, I engage in pain avoidance. So it kind of just stayed there. But we reached a bit of a boiling point. A lot of people were asking, and it was about time anyway to do it, especially for our bridge partners, especially Dinger. Dinger is has been running off of our V1 bridge, which was a completely custom contract, but I wasn't exactly happy with it as far as flexibility and stuff. It is, it's a solid piece of code. We haven't had any issues, no, bridge breaks or bridge compromisings, hacks, bridge hacks, and stuff like that. Everything's cool. But I did want to upgrade them as well. So as of now, the bridge contracts that we have are, I mean, right now we're bridging across, at least for just straight token bridging, it's Ether, AVAX, and Binance Smart Chain. So those new contracts have been deployed. We tested the hell out of them. They're fantastic. We upgraded our relayers to handle the new transactions or the new smart contracts, and I've upgraded the launcher, the UI, basically to handle those properly. And right now, it is currently on the staging site. Although unless you want to wait until you get your tokens, because the current relayer that's running is for the old bridge. Um, but it is there. I was actually in the middle of testing a transaction a bridging right now, and then it's not that it got stuck; it's just the gas fee just all of a sudden shot up on me, and I think it just completed. So I was just trying to do one, last one before I opened up the floodgates. So I'll make an announcement before I temporarily pause the bridge, and then I'll push the latest code over to the launcher, and then also spin up the latest instance of our relayer software, and then just kind of get that going. I think that whole process will probably take me something like 20 or 30 minutes. And then after that, then I'll announce that the bridging is back, and then you guys can go ham or just be happy. I don't know if anybody was like really waiting to bridge or something. Um, the good thing about that is, well, it's better tech, and then also it'll help keep prices more in line across the different chains. Because unfortunately, there was a high fee when going from AVAX to BSC, for example, just because of the nature of the smart contract. But that's been resolved, so now you'll notice lower fees when going to Ether, or Binance from AVAX. So that'll be fun. So that's up tonight after I get some tacos. Actually, today's spaghetti night. So I'm gonna have some spaghetti, and then after that, I'll wrap up the bridge, push it live. Was gonna do it last night, but I didn't want to do that and then just go to sleep. So that's going to be fun. And along with that update with the bridge, um, oh yeah, one more thing. It's also going to let us be able to deploy new bridges a little bit quicker for any potential clients or partners. So if it reduces the amount of time it takes to deploy, um, then that means that we can charge less for bridging, which is good. Our salespeople will be happy about that. Um, it, in the sense of like it'll be easier to sell, I guess, not because of commission. I don't know. Whatever. It just makes things easier. Everybody gets happier, I think, except Pockets, Pars, or mine. So, so that's a plus overall. Um, so now, all right. So one other thing that we have been working on for a bit, um, we announced it and didn't. I don't think we really. Um, okay, I got to do less ums. So it was something that had been mentioned, but we hadn't really talked too much about it. Look at how much white space there is now when I'm not saying So I'll just replace it with another word. Ah, God, I really want to do it. All right, I don't care. So, light mode. I think a lot of people were talking about light mode, especially since we announced it. We also announced neon mode. I don't know if we did announce it, um, but neon mode is coming. I don't give a shit. I think it looks great. I don't know if we pasted screenshots of it was Biggie's idea, and it was Nin designed it, and it was great. I don't know how serious everybody was about it, but it looked fantastic. But what we did work on, or what we do have, is yeah, it is kind of like a cyberpunk mode. So the light mode is ready, and actually, if you have access to the staging site, you are free to take a look at it. There's a little switch up on top with the sun and the moon, or I assume that's the sun. And if you click that, then prepare your eyes, for you shall be blinded by light mode. It, I'm working on having that transition a little bit smoother, because it's like it punches me in the retina every time. But then, like after about half a second, you're good, and it looks really good. Nin used something design style called Neumorphism, I think it's what it's called, and um, it's like like it's almost like mixing in an older style, like early web mixed with like modern web. It looks freaking great. Basically shadows, like inward shadows. You'll see. Uh, so that's gonna also be live tonight along with the bridge update. it's basically all packaged together in there, with the code. So so yeah, uh, new bridge and on ramp. I'm sorry, not on ramp. I'm reading about the on ramp, and then the light mode. So that's pretty fun. All right. So a few quick updates on the last stuff that we spoke about. The RBX Arcade, well, working name, the official name RBX Forge, where we forge the latest in derivative technology for degenerate trading. So we have wrapped up the ASD contracts. I don't know if I had mentioned that they were wrapped up, but there were some improvements that needed to be done. I had to remove a couple of the features because I didn't think that it really fit in with it being a financial instrument to trade. And so now it's working pretty good. I gotta stop saying that. It's working really well. Peanuts actually written up all the different tests for the code, and it's working beautifully. The deployment of not just the ASD factory, but also the actual ASD contracts. One final thing that I have to add in that sell function, but for each ASD that gets listed, there's a set of NFTs that automatically get generated. So whoever lists the an ASD deal, right, or contract, so they get ID number 0 of that NFT. So that basically shows that they're owners. Um, the cool thing about that, since whoever owns NFT number 0 is the one that can manage that listing, um, whoever owns that NFT or has it in their wallet is the one that can do it. So if you get tired of the listing for whatever reason, you can just hand over the NFT or sell it off or something like that for that specific ASD contract. So it's NFT based ownership, and you're going to start seeing that a lot with these Forge products because I think it gives people some serious flexibility on what to do with stuff, like with they're what they're doing. You know, some people. Um, so let's say you're trying to do a token launch, um, and let's say you and your team are launching a token, and you're really good at launching tokens. You're really good at getting the hype, raising money and stuff like that. But you're not particularly interested in running the project. I know this sounds weird, right? So you're really good at that. There's people that aren't, but there's people that are really good at running a project and going the distance on it. So what people can do is launch something with our launchpad, uh, either with a previous agreement or it happens later on. And let's say, so they're good at that. After they have, or even during that successful launch as it's happening, they can actively sell that listing to somebody that's interested in running the project. Um, in my mind, I envision something like, let's say you decide to launch a project and you're like, okay, I'm gonna raise $1,000 for this project. All right, so you've marketed the hell out of it. There's a lot of interest. There's a lot of people buying into this launch, and then whoever, like, you own that launch, right? Uh, yeah, that launch listing. You can turn around and maybe you had somebody already that was going to what? Okay. So maybe you had somebody already that was going to go ahead and run it. So then you say, all right, well, uh, you can have this minus a 10% listing fee or something like that. Maybe, whatever it is that you guys would agree on. I highly suggest not selling. Well, you won't be able to sell a listing for what you raise because everything is locked, right? So it's not like it's free money. That's not at all what it is, and there are built-in protections for that. But basically, you can sell a launchpad listing after you have it up and running. So I think that that'll make it pretty interesting. You'll start seeing some new or like different ways that people launch projects. or at least when the bull market comes back, whatever. At this point, I would say we're building all this stuff uh, to position ourselves really well for the next run. But anyway, that NFT based ownership uh, that is part of the ASD contracts, and it's part of the launchpad as well. Actually, I don't think I've actually mentioned that before. Something I wanted to kind of keep to myself, but we're so I mean, it's right around the corner. So once I think everybody's gotten used to when I start disclosing more information, you know it's coming out. So the ASDs, all right, it's every ASD listing is an NFT or a set of NFTs. The token zero is the owner of the listing, and then anybody else that purchases an ASD option contract. That position, like the ASDs themselves, are tokenized as NFTs. So if you go and purchase it, let's say you buy 10, you're going to get 10 of these NFTs. Each of them, they are unique in the sense that it has the information about the ASD listing, the options listing, and also just assorted data based off of that, and then a unique identifier for it because that's part of the execution and delivery process later once the listing finalizes. So the cool thing about that is you can just pop it into OpenSea and you can take a look. I don't know. I thought it was like a neat little thing to for people to have. If you've ever opened up a liquidity position in Uniswap, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I don't know, do it on testnet or something. You get an NFT for like your position is an NFT and it has an actual like it's almost like a baseball card that it has. So it's going to be something similar, or it is something similar to that. Uh, Nin already sent me the designs, and the cool thing is it's all on chain. So no need for IPFS or third party. Like it's not on our servers. It's all decentralized, which is like what I try to do with everything. So that's pretty fun. I don't remember how much I put out detail wise, but I do want to wait until it gets pushed onto the the launch pad. But as a quick refresher, it's like an options contract, but it's got additional components that allow the holders the ability to purchase a token at a deep discount, typically 1 to 10% of the market price. And it's not magic. You'll see why and why it works. Like it makes like it'll make sense mathematically and all that stuff. I don't think I'm breaking any new ground. But the cool thing is that those ASD options are tradable. So and the price does go up. It goes up and it goes down. So you can actively trade them or you can just hold on to them and wait for options delivery. So that's pretty cool stuff. Um, so yeah, those are tested. Those will be out very soon, guys. Very soon. Um, that's going to be the first one that gets put on the launch pad. Uh, so going, Jesus, I did talk a lot last time. I will go as quickly as I can. So our stable pegged coin product, that one's called R variants. It allows any project to basically launch their own either pegged coin, which is what I highly suggest, or if they wanted to go the stable coin route, they can do that as well. And what it lets people do is, well, it lets them create a stable coin or a pegged coin. More details coming on that one. I don't want to talk too much about that, but again, a technical deep dive is going to be in our Git book before it gets released on our launch pad. So everybody's going to be able to to understand. Oh, hopefully, I'll try to break it down. It's not hard. It's not hard, but it'll be kind of outlined there. And I keep talking about this launchpad stuff. For those that don't know, the ASDs will be launched through our launchpad and purchasable only with RBX tokens. It is kind of our way to give to the community or give back or give them, I mean, well, additional utility to the RBX token. And then also, it's nice that it's a holders only club or new holders, right? So that's also pretty good. So, all right. So variants will also be launched that way. R variants. That's tiny R, capital V variants. So let's see. Brand new way to deploy stable coins. Okay, there's no indentation here. That's one of. All right, and then the other one. All right, so those contracts. That's about 90% done. We're working on the testing for that, just to make sure that we haven't like screwed up on the math. The last thing we want is a Terra-like blowup. I will say though that there are a lot of protections in place to make it work, especially considering where the backing and like the asset backing of said stable coins are going to be. So that's we'll all understand a little bit more once it's documented. Um, Let me see, and then the last uh, the last like project that was talked about um, is the adversarial participant. Actually, I switched that around so it can have a nice acronym like ARPA. So adversarial redistribution participant agreements. That I haven't even like I've got an outline for that. So I've just been focusing more on the other pieces to get those shipped out. That's going to be like the final one that comes out. Since the ASD is done, the R variants need some more time. I'm really excited about that one. That's kind of just the order in which I figured was the best way to go. Um, I think other stuff like Launchpad, the product gates. Did talk about product gates. That's going to be coming out with the public release of the on ramp, the no KYC on ramp. Um, and last time I did mention the KYC on ramp would be available to RBX holders. I promise, guys, it's not that I don't want to release it. It is mostly just getting everything nice and spiffy. So more than likely, if you are an RBX holder, you'll be able to start participating in that on ramp. If you want to do it sooner, message me with like DM me or Mac or Dave or John or really any of the team with your wallet address, and we'll get you whitelisted. Um, I'm just doing it that way to be kind to our liquidity providers, as I spoke about earlier with Jay. So that's really been the thing. And then after we have that open for some time, um, what's it called? Then we'll just open the floodgates to everybody. Um, all right. So let's see. Oh, widgets. I don't know. You guys probably have started seeing our widget across different websites. We've Our sales team has been doing a fantastic job as far as onboarding new projects to use our stuff. Our widget, our first ones, our first guinea pigs, have been fantastic about it and very patient with us as we work out all the kinks. But right now, I think it's working perfectly, and it looks so damn sexy. So you'll probably start seeing more of those. We've opened up our ambassador program, on kind of like the DL a bit. No, we're not uh, actively advertising it across ad networks and stuff like that just yet. I think we put it on Twitter, um, and so far those have been doing good. The reason I bring them up is because I think within like the first day or second day, one of our ambassadors got our widget on a project website, and I think he just sealed the deal for a new project to do it. So between the salespeople and the ambassadors, I think that they're out there kicking ass. So it's pretty exciting. You'll start seeing more of those widgets. And we're also working with our existing client, Go Crypto, to put out a staking widget. I thought it was going to take longer, but I actually got the initial draft of it live, not live, for testing. Yes, Shane has a widget. Go ahead and put in the link if you'd like. so people can see it. Um, so we're going to also have a staking widget, and that one's going to be usable by all the projects as well. It's not going to like it'll just show the pools that you want it to show. So it's pretty cool. So they can come to our website, which we love because they get to test out all of our other products. But if you wanted to keep them on your site, that's cool too. You can use the widget, and it'll let people uh, do the same stuff with your pools directly on your site. So that's going to be fun. Um, and Go Crypto is excited about that as well. They were actually the we weren't going to do it, but they brought her up, and they're such a great client, and we really like you know what? Yeah, we should do it. So we're doing it. Um, Let me see. So if you guys have not seen, maybe you have. We do have our business development manager. His name's Phil. He's a really good dude, and he has learned a lot about crypto. We've actually been working with him for about 6 to 8 months. I feel like every time frame is 6 to 8 months. Um, so he actually was working with us to work on a pitch deck document so that we could put it up on the website basically. And I think I had mentioned it on Shane's show, Crypto Pulse. Just like having a pitch deck so people can look at it and say, "Hey, how do I get in?" It's like, nope, you can't do it because you can buy our token if you want. So just a way to. It's kind of like how I don't know. Do they do this anymore? People like to, mostly women. They'll take pictures of themselves looking really hot, right? And then they get distributed to friends and family. Is this only a Cuban thing? I'm not sure, but that happens, and it's like, oh, look how sexy I am. I feel like that's kind of like what that is, or what we're trying to do. So we engaged with him about 6 to 8 months ago to do that, and then eventually, he absolutely loves us, and we absolutely love him. He's actually really great at his job. So he's on board with us. He's been on board already for a month, and you guys have seen some of his posts and whatnot. He gets really excited about shit, which is great. That sort of energy is fantastic. He was very excited to announce a I don't know if he wanted to. He's his time zone is like it's just off compared to ours. So um so he wasn't able to make it here to our chat. Although I would have liked him to announce it. But basically, it's a referral program. Not just the current referral program that we have with the decks. Like if you could. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can attach your wallet address to the the link to the decks, and any trades that go through, you get um, you get part of the transaction fee. So it's apart from that. It's like I said, this is his thing, and he's excited about it. He got me excited about it. He's the one that has all the details, but it's basically referrals. You do it through through it lets us track those sorts of referrals through like Twitter, through Telegram, through YouTube, basically any of our channels. And then it can automatically reward people for the referrals, not just uh, the the trading fees, but just other things like free NFTs, coupons or coupons, um, maybe VIP access to something like you maybe they get put on our internal newsletter of like products, just all sorts of random shit that we can do, and it's all tracked by the system. It makes it very easy for us to put these out there, and I anticipate there will be several. I think that the goal is to just constantly have at least one sort of promo going that people can get excited about, and they get free shit and stuff like that. Kind of like keep that sort of thing going. So that's what he's been very excited about, and I think he's been alluding to it in the main channel. So you'll be seeing more details on that. I'll try to get him on a VC one of in the next few days to kind of explain it a little bit more and whatnot. So that's pretty fun. Let's see. I think that our SEO stuff, I have no idea. Dave and Mac and David Das have been handling that. I've been kind of just not really too involved. I don't know if any of them. Oh, maybe Mac's giving me a quick update. But we have been hiring or getting content written. Um, okay, getting everything ready. Right, because we are working on a new site for our like as our main website. Nin designed it. It looks fantastic. It even has like AI stuff. You'll understand. Um, it's very sexy and it's we're integrating like our medium into it and a little bit more dynamic. And it's just going to be better from a marketing perspective and also uh, from an SEO perspective. So that'll be pretty good. So we'll be having different articles getting distributed across the internet. That'll be fantastic. And then a lot of stuff hosted on our main website, uh, and also having like little tools that people can use and link out and shit like that. So it's a big effort that we're all doing, but like that we're all these different things. But our team has grown a lot, so much more than the two-person team it started as a year and a half ago. So with that, and then us being able to maintain ourselves much more organized than before, it's really given us the momentum to just do more shit. So I'm really excited about that stuff. I think that pretty much covers like updates from last week. You guys heard about the new stuff that's coming out tonight, and let's see. Well, that's pretty much it. I think I don't think I can disclose any more things, but right now we can open up for Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, I think you can chime in through the Twitter thing. Just do a request to talk, or you can push it through on the Telegram channel. So anything like that. I think somebody had a question, or did they leave already? Mac and Tosh. So Nin, the RBX, he's talking about the Medium page. No, not a link. It's gonna get integrated. Well, that's work shit. I'll talk to them later. All right. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it. As always, feel free to ask any questions that you might have directly in our chat or tweet us. Tweet at us. Sorry, Mac. Wasn't supposed to talk about work shit, which I guess makes sense. So yeah, feel free to tweet at us or just post it in the Telegram main channel. And as always, we'll continue to be posting announcements or pinning. We have a request, Max said. Accepting now, Max said. I think whoever requested is in or should. Requested one.
Excuse me, sir. When launch? Private sale?
Oh, get the fuck out of here. That's the question. Yeah, Mac, you got to do a better job of cleaning these out. So how's it going? You had a question?
No, man. I was just coming up to bullshit for a second, man. Like I say, you guys are. I like what you guys got going on and stuff, and yeah. I just come up here just to lighten the mood a little bit.
All right, that sounds good. Um, yeah, that's cool. We should these Twitter Spaces are fun, man. We should probably do more. Anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
absolutely, man. If you guys ever need a comic release, hit me up.
yeah, that sounds good, man. I'm gonna give you a follow. So if I don't know if you're in our Telegram, but yeah, that would be cool. More the merrier, in my opinion. And I know we've been meaning to do more of these chats, but I've just been so busy, and I didn't want to put anybody up to it, but I'm gonna have to, and because it's just good for talking. So
Yeah, absolutely, man. You guys got a good thing going on, and we'll get you get some more eyes on you. I'll start posting some stuff about you.
hell yeah, man, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic, my friend. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys, because I gotta eat that spaghetti. Don't forget, eat your spaghetti. So enjoy the recording. That's it. I'm rugging the chat. No, Mac's gonna do it. He's good at that. Because I don't know how the hell to turn this off. You guys will have to listen to just me eating, and yelling at the TV. It's just spaghetti, John. Uh, well, I'm logging out here. Take it easy, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.